Go beyond eye service. I want to encourage you today to make sure that in all you do, go beyond eye service. Sometimes men do a lot to impress other men. So when a boss is coming around, everybody behaves very, very well. They put in their best performance so that the boss can get carried away into thinking that this is how it usually is. And that is how people get promotions in organizations. That is how people find favors in the sight of certain people in management, because all you need to do is to try to do things the way you want them, the way you think that will make them happy. But beyond that, you must make sure that the original is sound rather than just paint what is not original. Make sure that the original is sound. I shared this funny story with a couple of people how when I got into banking, we were being trained, and part of what we're taught was how to greet people when they come to the bank. So, good morning, sir and ma. You're welcome to XYZ Bank. Is there, how may I help you? That kind of a thing. And so, after the person helps you, now say, okay, thanks for banking with us. Is there any other thing I can do for you? If the person says yes, then you now say, okay, how may I help you? Or how may I serve you? And then after that, the person tells you. Then when you're done with the transaction, you now say, have a nice day. So I got to this branch where it was a different area where I came to Warrior, and then we were speaking pidgin English. Besides that particular branch, we're dealing with a lot of marketers, so that thing would just not cut it. And then of course we're speaking pidgin English, so instead of saying good morning Sam, you're more likely to say how far you get. Okay, you don't say, so you speak pidgin English. And then we're doing that comfortably. And then we actually looked at it locally with the local management, and then they said, okay, whichever way, just communicate to the people in a language they will understand. So one day, one of the top bosses came from Lagos, and he came in, and then suddenly all of us were acting so nice, doing the things the way they taught us. Good morning, sir and ma. You're welcome to XYZ Bank. How may I help you? So when we're at it, suddenly our boss was getting impressed that this branch, they are doing well. This standard, these are standard greeting. And then suddenly somebody from somewhere, one customer just shouted, why are you people even greeting differently today? He said, this is not how people do it normally. And then we looked at our boss looked at us. That guy burst our bubble that day. But what I'm saying is, be original. We wanted to do eye service, but that day there are places eye service will not get you to. So it's good to put up your best performance, but rather than just paint it, make sure that that best performance is the normal for you. So in that case, you will not need to pretend. So whatever you do, please avoid eye service. Do the right thing always. If you got value from this video, share it, and I'll see you tomorrow.